All right, another day, another shave. Today we're going to be continuing the Gillette series of safety razors. I went ahead and picked out a safety razor called the Gillette Psycho that I own. This razor was made, well, the federal government came to Gillette around 1951 and asked Gillette if they could make a razor that had a lock on it, a locking mechanism that could keep people from removing the safety razor blade. So Gillette came back and created the Psychotech. So unlike the original fat handled tech razor of the era, they went ahead and created a hollowed out, see if you can see in there, there's a locking nut in the inside all the way up there, hollowed out tech razor with a fat handle that has a locking nut right up here. So in order to unlock and unscrew this, unlike this one, see these original ones, they just unscrewed right here and came apart. The military needed something that locked, so it took a key. There's the key to the Psychotech. These are super rare. You can barely find them. I got lucky. Razor Emporium put a little blab out. I don't remember if it was Instagram or wherever that they had a bunch of these that they came across from an Arizona prison that closed down, or they were just going through their warehouse or something like that. So this is pretty much brand new, like the day it was made. I don't know the stamp on it. These ones weren't normally sold to the public. I looked online and it said this one's a 1960s one. You can go to Razor Emporium and look at the date codes and stuff. They have a web page there. So in order to take this top cap off, it doesn't twist. You put this in here, then you turn it, and then let's see if I can get it the rest of the way there. It's easier if I do it this way. And then you can put your blade in there. Today I got a feather blade in here. You can see right there. There's the locking mechanism that turns that in the inside. Then you go ahead and turn that. So the warden or the jailer guys are at the psychiatric places, they would put a blade in and take that out. And then this would be passed around to a bunch of guys until the blade is dull, and then they would change the blade, and after they turn it back in, and they'd use it the next day for shaving. Okay, so now that I demonstrated that, we're going to go over what we're using today for our shave cream. We're going to be using the Pacific Shaving Company. Has a nice like citrusy scent to it. Lathers up real great. The after shave balm is caffeinated. It'll wake you right up in the morning. I don't know if that's just like some kind of gimmick or something like that, but I haven't noticed it actually doing anything. Maybe the caffeine does something for your wrinkles. So I've already lathered it up with the Zenith Sterling boar brush, and then after that, after the balm, I'll be using some Zingari Man Recovery Splash. It's the Socialite, first time use. I don't have the soap, and I've had to find a citrusy kind of shave cream or soap that'll go along with it, and the Pacific Shave Company will work. Here's the original box, but with a label from Razor Emporium of where the razor came in. Okay, let's get this shave going with the face. Back when I was really big into safety razors, I remember the first time I saw a video on the Psychotech, I was like, God, I gotta have one of these. And I looked all over eBay and couldn't find them anywhere. And I guess there was a limited amount of these made. I think maybe like 6,000, 7,000, and they didn't sell them to the public. It was only for military and the mental wards and the clinics and anywhere that, you know, was a government place that people needed to use a razor. Let's get a little bit more water in this. Oh yeah, that's gonna work just fine. This shave cream lathers up pretty quick. It's very slick and protective. Clear the runways here. So yeah, they didn't sell these to the public, and you rarely ever see them online. And this one's new old stock. It had never been used before, and it looks like that. So this is the first time it's ever shaved somebody. It's a very mild safety razor. That's why I put a feather blade in there. The best thing to do to get a really good shave if you're a daily shaver, or if you own mild safety razors but want something a little bit better, you can put a more aggressive blade in there. And for extremely aggressive razors, you can put a mild blade in there. Now this safety razor does have an overhang for the tabs, so you have to be a little bit careful around the ears and nose and handling it. Residual slickness is okay for this shave cream, but most shave creams, residual slickness really isn't there. That's like the reason why there's a difference between a shave soap and a shave cream. I think shave creams are more for people who are looking to be in a hurry when lathering up, in my opinion, and they probably shave every day, so their routine is more required instead of for enjoyment. Now, shave soaps, let's take a while to lather up. They take a lot more water. They tend to be a lot more slick. For being a mild razor, this Gillette texture is getting the job done though. Pretty much already baby butt smooth on that first pass. I believe these ones are probably a little bit more aggressive than the original fat handle Gillette Tech. So the design is slightly different. been rainy here. No snow, rainy, frosty, cold weather. It's probably the warmest summer, or warmest winter, warmest summer, warmest winter on average in a long time here, to tell you the truth. Okay, let's pull some soap out of here. I'll have a feel around and see if I missed anything. Right there, just the usuals. Right below the ear on the cheeks. Looks like I got myself right there. And these feather blades are definitely a lot more aggressive than what I usually use. I was going to use the green Astra blade, but I kind of thought, you know what? I'll just go with a feather because it's so mild. That might have been a mistake. Okay, feels like I got it all. I wouldn't say that the Psychotech is one of the best of the tech razors for shaving. I think the one that I like the most is the smaller Traveler one that you can get. Oh, it's time for some new washcloths. I use these to wipe my blades off on. Okay, that is a very close, aggressive-like shave. Let's go ahead and do the caffeinated aftershave balm. Don't need about that much. Oh, I got this stuff. I think it was Amazon. I saw it online there. And then I saw a video on it. There's another shave channel, I can't remember who it was, years ago. A gentleman had some sent to him, might have been Sinatra Linen from Pacific Shave Company, and they even sent him their shave brush, which is made totally out of cork. The handle is, so it floats in your sink, your little tub of water that you rinse your razor in if you want. It's pretty cool, and it has a stamp with the Pacific Shave Company logo on the bottom of it, and it's a synthetic shave brush, probably about maybe a 24 millimeter, kind of smaller. All right, first use of the Zingari Man. Socialite hasn't been made in a long time from Zingari Man. I'm hoping that one of these days they will make some more of it. I think it was a seasonal thing. Oh man. Nice fizzy, citrusy. Face feels amazing after that. Their recovery splashes are great, especially if you get a rougher shave. A little bit of the recovery will go a long way. And so this one is lime, gin, and ice. And it definitely smells like a limey gin and tonic kind of, I don't know, really good mixed drink. Doesn't have any boozy scent to it though, which I think is a good thing. Rinse my hands off here. Okay, so today's shave was with the Gillette Psychotech, and then we used Pacific Shavings really awesome shave cream and caffeinated shave balm, and used the Recovery Splash Social Light. Soap was lathered up in a timeless bowl with a Zenith brush made by Sterling, well, sold by Sterling with the logo. Thank you all for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.